Good evening, guys. Welcome everyone to the live debate of the ISU committee. Tonight with us there will be David and from Bilab and Valentina from team. First of all, I would like to present myself. I'm Pasquale. I'm from EleBocconi2021, and tonight we will host this event, this debate. And I want to remind also that at the end of the debate, as always, there will be a resume from the Traleoni on the website www.traleoni.it. And first of all, I'd like to start with presenting yourselves and your lists. I think, Valentina, you can start.
Okay, thank you so much, Pasquale. I'm Valentina, and I come from one small town in Sardinia, in the province of Oristano. I currently attend the first year of the International Management Program that is peculiar because it is the Cenamin program, so a double degree with the Fudan University. In the past, during the bachelor, I did it in BEMAC, so a Bachelor in Economics and Management for Arts, Culture and Communication. I'm here today with Team Bocconi to represent the list and the program of ISU. So I think that the main points that could sum up our program are sustainability, inclusion, and flexibility. I will let you understand later why, and now I will leave the word to David.
Perfect. You can go.
Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here. I'm David Cicchetti. I come from a small town close to Rome called Piglio. I'm here representing Bilab with my list composed by Guerino, Malvina, Giuseppe, Gabriele, and Martina, and Chiara Padovano. I'm honored to be here because right now in this period, scholarships are becoming one of the most important topics about our university. My vision of university is a university open to everyone that helps people to catch their opportunity. And that's why my main focus is on scholarship, because it is the only way we can give the opportunities that we are living to everyone.
Okay, perfect. Thank you both. And first question, since probably it's something that many people still don't know, I would start asking you, what is the meaning of ISU, and generally, what do you think is so important for students? David, you can start now.
Yeah, ISU concerns all the regional scholarships. It was the beneficiaries can get thanks to the law number 33 of December 2004. It concerns the regional scholarships, but actually it's represented. It has a committee in Bocconi that concerns not only the scholarships but also other topics such as residences, and it has its own committee where where the students can represent the students with scholarships and students that are living in a residence. That's why they get the opportunity to work, to improve scholarships, to have a direct dialogue with the university, with the Bocconi.
Okay, perfect, thanks. And Valentina, why do you think it's so important for students?
Okay, so ISU actually stands for Institution for the Right of University of the Study. I know that many people don't know it, and it has the objective, as also David said before, to help students with different matters regarding three macro areas that are associations, residencies, and fees and funding, as David said, so scholarships. In particular, it allows students to have access to the study and to have certain opportunities that they would not have otherwise. I believe that this is very important, and also it is important because it has and it should have a very strong contact with university. In fact, it sees in first person the issues of the student and the student life first. So through the collaboration between students and the university, in particular student representative that should represent all the matters of the student, we could achieve and reach a better environment for the Bocconi community. This allows, as I said before, that are the main points also of our program, flexibility and inclusion through the collaboration with the university.
Okay, perfect. Well, now a question first to you, Valentina. How do you think the number of places for students to work at university can be incremented? Which are the possibilities today, and which instead will be the possibilities in the next future if you succeed in bringing your idea to Bocconi?
Of course. So this is one point present in our program, because we also believe it is important that students have an active life in university, not only as students, but also as workers, of course. Today, the university gives the possibility to students to be student ambassadors, but also they could do a program that is called, that is in collaboration with SDA Bocconi, in which they could work. At the same time, it offers 200 hours to some some students who benefit from the scholarships to have 200 hours of work. However, such a program has very few places. Our objective, first of all, is to increase those places and to give those students who benefit from the scholarship to have, of course, sorry, more. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. To have more places to work. We believe so that the university could also promote the presence and the participation of students in the work life. For example, through the introduction of the mentorship activity, in which freshmen could be helped by some older students in approaching the first steps in the university life. On the other hand, we also have to say that we have some brilliant students with strong competencies in different fields. So the university could also introduce some competitions in which students could show their competencies and make, for example, the design of a new app device, or doing an effective marketing campaign for the Bocconi University could be done by students through different, sorry.
Yeah.
Through different competitions. So this is what we aim at through a collaboration between those fields.
Okay, thank you. And David, you can go now.
From my point of view, we gotta reach the American model. With the opening of the new campus, all the new areas, I mean, they already exist some works that the Bocconi students can do, such as study ambassador, the one that Valentina said. But right now, with the opening of the new campus, we got the opportunity to extend those opportunity to work to a higher number of students. Not only the one with scholarships, the one that are beneficiaries of ISU, but to all the students. That's why we want to make our university accessible to everyone, and it's one of our main goal to reach that goal, because we would like to see to reach an active vision of the students on the university on campus.
Okay, thank you. Well, now I wanted to know something more about the merit scholarships that are completely independent from the ISEE. How do they work today, and which students are eligible for them? What is the actual procedure, and what can be implemented in your idea? And David, you can start now.
Yeah, merit scholarships are something that is totally different from the scholarships that concern the ISU. That's why the Merit Award is a scholarship that Bocconi dedicates to students who got an excellent academic background and based on the GPA, and it's completely independent from the financial situation of the student. That's why Bocconi wants to give that scholarship in order to show the excellence of the student. When the students benefits it renews it automatically renews, and it doesn't need an application. That's because the Bocconi had its own committee that established establish what kind of students are eligible for it. They do their own ranking, and they need in order to renew that scholarship, they need to reach the second year 49 credits and 94 in the third year.
Okay.
One of the problems that there is in Bocconi is the fact that Merit Award doesn't have its own representative. We don't have our student representative in that committee. That's why in our program we included that we want to ask Bocconi to put one of the student representative in that committee in order to allow the students to have their representation and to show, for example, problems that they are struggling to that committee.
Okay. And Valentina, what's your point about it?
I would like to clarify some points that might not be clear. So the Merit Award is a financial aid that gives, of course, the possibility to waive the full tuition fee to the students that, as David said, are outstanding. You can do the application if you are in the undergraduate school or in the law school during the high school. When you are a high school student, you send the application to Bocconi, and this might also include a request for the Merit Award scholarship. This will be delivered, the result, during the admission result. After it, then it is, as David said, automatically renewed for a maximum of 2 times, so not for the whole period. Only, of course, if you have the minimum credits achieved. Graduate students instead have the opportunity to ask for it also in a second moment, so during the application for the master. In this system, we have identified 2 main problems, namely, on the one hand, that undergraduate and law students have a very limited number of scholarships delivered to them compared to the graduate school. In fact, for undergraduate and law school students and the university, we have only 15 scholarships with a minimum of 1 Merit Award for the law school. So this is a very strong problem. Another one is that the Merit Award are delivered only during the freshman year, without giving the opportunity to worthy students that show to be awardable, of course, during the academic life to receive this type of scholarship. We believe, in fact, that this increases the disparity and favors a university that is not inclusive and instead does not award the worthy students. This is the reason why a main point of our program is that of pushing a lot for the university to increase this number of scholarships delivered for the Merit Award, especially for undergraduate and law school students.
Okay, thank you. You have been so clear. And another question. How would you simplify the timing and the methods of events presentation by different students associations? Specifically, how do you think the communication between communication with the CASA committee can be improved? Now we have moved to another point,
yes,
to events. Yes. You can start. Yeah,
okay,
you can start.
Great, thank you. So if you are in a Bocconi association, of course, you probably heard many times about the CASA committee. There is a relationship, I believe, of love-hate with such a committee, but we want to focus on the first part, so in the part of love. We believe that through collaboration with the CASA committee, we could achieve a lot for the countless of the Bocconi associations that we have. Our aim is to increase the number of meetings made by the CASA committee. In fact, let's think, I don't know if you are in a Bocconi association, but how many times an association had to postpone their activities because of some misalignment between the CASA and the association agenda? In my personal opinion, a lot of times. I did many times, and we don't want this anymore to happen. We want to ask a very easy but also feasible and effective thing to the CASA committee, namely to increase the number of meetings that they have. Moreover, we believe that also the communication with CASA could be improved by having less barriers and more compromises. In fact, we expect them to have more flexibility and that they make Bocconi associations to work properly and enhance their networks with less boundaries that they put now.
David, you can reply or say something you want.
Yeah, I would like to say that the committee CASA is something that is totally independent from ISU. That's why I didn't understand why team put it in their program.
Okay.
We put in our program for the Comitato CASA that we need greater flexibility. That's why we wanted to reduce the days of approval of the events from 10 to 7. Of course, there are some bureaucratic, we are going to reduce it to 7 and not, for example, to 3 or to 2 days, because there are some bureaucratic things that we cannot bypass. That's why 7 is our better goal. Another thing is that we would like to involve in one day and periodically all the presidents of the association. For example, we are going to do it in the first week of May. That's because it is way more difficult to involve them not together but singularly. And another thing is that we would like Bocconi to simplify the regulaments, and we would like to. There are some limits that we have for videos or interviews that we would like to eliminate to the left.
Okay.
Can I answer to David?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can
Thank
first.
you. No, we mentioned it, the CASA committee, because of course, as you said, it is a separate committee, but as you know, there is a representative also for the CASA, and this has a very strong contact also with the ISU representative. So this is why we inserted it, and because in the ISU matters, regardless of the representative of CASA, of the students, we also have, of course, the association matter. That's why. Just to answer, because you said you didn't understand. I hope you understand now.
Perfect. Well, now a question to David. For Bilab, I found really interesting the Bocconi for tutti, per tutti. Can you explain it better to the audience, to people live?
Yeah, Bocconi for tutti allows us to we are living one of the worst period of our country. People are struggling to work. It's so difficult to go through the period. We seen that, for example, last week's seeing the queue that was in front of Pane Quotidiano. That's why we cannot be passive. We gotta be active and find out things that will extend that opportunity to those people who are not eligible for scholarships. But of course, they are not the stereotype of the student of Bocconi that is rich or something like that. That's why we wanted to introduce the one another scholarship that is dedicated to students who got an ISE between 25 and 35,000 euros, and that's why because this ISE is immediately higher than the parameters of the scholarship. Another thing that we really wanted that we really cared about is the zero tax loans. Those zero tax loans are an opportunity to the students who are struggling, who their families cannot afford Bocconi or needs money or doesn't know how to pay the university, or also to students for example, can afford Bocconi, but in a specific period, for example, this period of a critical economic, extraordinary critical economic situation and social, cannot afford it. Another thing is that with these zero tax loans, we don't want to reach the American model where people get in debt by studying. Another thing is that we would like to make eligible for the partial scholarship of 65% to students who got an essay that is less than 23,000 euros, and the ISPE bigger than 50,000 euros, sorry.
Okay, okay. Valentina, is there something you want to ask about this program, or it's okay?
No, I think it was pretty clear.
Okay. So I'll make you a question. In your program, I can read that you are thinking about implementing the collaboration with Bocconi alumni. Can you explain us to which purpose you want to achieve such a result, and why the networking between students and former students is so important?
Okay, so in line with our concept of increasing the flexibility, we also ask for the possibility of continuing the collaboration with the Bocconi alumni of the associations themselves. In fact, on the one hand, there are the former students who are maybe founders of the associations and would like to continue collaborating with them because of strong bonds, of course, with the association itself. On the other hand, the creation of a continuity that could bring former students to collaborate with older ones, with new ones, sorry, could create a very strong, united and determined associative community. So an example of the benefits that both the students mainly could have from this network and from this collaboration is a stronger and a tight network that could also translate into a very huge springboard for the students that approach the work life. So maybe also to find internships or to approach the work life in a better and easier way.
Okay, perfect. David, do you want to ask her something about this thing she said?
I think it was pretty clear.
Okay, perfect. Well, another question. So now to Tim, so to Valentina. Can you explain in which modality you would like to improve the situation of university dorms? So what facilities should students be provided with in dorms?
Okay, this is a very big question, of course, because it is like one of the main points of our program. I would like to talk about one thing first, and then let's see if we have other times. Let's do one step backward that I think is necessary in order to create a common ground for you and for the ones who are listening now or later. Last year, the university, in fact, took certain decisions regarding the dorms without confronting with the representatives of the dorms. Such a decision was that of not permitting anymore the students to stay in the dorms during the summertime and the summer period. In fact, they reduced of 1 month the contract, and they let the dorms welcome the summer school students on the pause time, on the 2 months of pause. This choice has created many problems for the students, of course. On the one hand, many of them have also exam sessions on the month of July. Think about the law students. And according to such a decision, they are asked to leave the residence during the exam session. That is not very comfortable for them, of course. On the other hand, we see that many of them were supposed to go back on the dorms on September. For this reason, they did not expect on the same time to have to leave their personal items somewhere in Milan to get back that on September. Regarding this macro issue, we have a long-term objective that is that of setting up a discussion table with Bocconi and going back to the previous situation, so that of extending of 1 month and letting them, the students, having the opportunity to leave the stuff, their items in their rooms. But for the short period, we ask Bocconi to insert in each residence in which students, some places in which the students could leave their belongings over the summer if they confirm for the following year. This way, the students could also leave their personal items there without moving all around Milan. Our proposal in this sense is also to have more collaboration and inclusion of the students in the process also of the consultation of the ISU notice. In fact, we believe that they were not noticed in advance of this decision, and it created a lot of problems. If I can, I go further. Tell me.
Maybe one more minute.
Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you. So other points is the well-being of students that is also in combination with a more green campus. We think that the university should introduce the presence of water dispenser in each floor of each dorm in order to avoid students that to buy plastic bottles that create a huge environmental damage. Moreover, the recycling procedure in each residence should be increased. We also expect the university to welcome and pleasure our point regarding the optimization of the dorm lighting. In fact, right now there is a huge waste of lighting that is pretty much almost all the time open, and we want to avoid it and to propose to make more green, not only the campus but also the dorms.
Yeah. Thank you. And now a question to B-Lab, so to David. In your program, you talk about some bonus points that can be added to reach the necessary credits to have the necessary requirements for the various subsidies. Can you explain better how would it work? Yeah,
as you know, the people who are got a scholarship by ISU need to reach an amount of credits that allows them to keep their scholarship. If they can reach that merit limit, they cannot renew their scholarship. But the thing that we see that it was that we needed to I don't know. We have seen that, for example, the students can use some bonus points to renew that to arrive to the credits that they need. But we have seen that there are some scholarships, such as merit awards or the partial scholarship of 65% that cannot use those bonus points. That's why we want to make equal the scholarships in order to have the same treatment to the students.
Okay, so clear. Another question now to both. How could the scholarships bureaucratic procedures can be facilitated in your opinion? Now, David, you can start.
Yeah. As we put in our program, the bureaucratic problems that we have in Bocconi can be bypassed by being more clear. For example, we would like Bocconi to publish official ranking of ISU. We would like Bocconi also to be more clear with the students from abroad. As we have seen, for example, with the London School of Economics, that international students have their own dedicated site for their specific country. For example, if I'm from France, I will have I can find the documents that I need to apply for the scholarship. For the documents, I mean, if I'm from, I can go to the site and search the documents that I need if I'm from France, because it will be different from country to country.
Okay. And Valentina, is there something you can add or point out on what David said?
Yes.
Yeah.
In our program, we developed this point, and we ask for the inclusion of the presence of a figure called a fee advisor. This will offer a counseling service that is in the field of scholarships and matters related to it. Such a figure will also guide the students towards an understanding of the solutions available concerning his or her, of course, specific economic financial solution. We believe that this figure will allow students to have an easier life concerning the understanding of the available opportunities, as they are not always very clear. So this is on the one hand. So on the other hand, as also David said, the bureaucratic procedure for the Italian students is not that difficult. However, international students find a lot of barriers many times in the process of achieving a scholarship. Our goal is that of working with Bocconi to find some solutions and an easier way to achieve scholarships for international students, as we have seen a lot of problems in the last years.
Yeah, the only thing that I want to add is that for Italian students it's not so easy because Bocconi doesn't publish their parameters.
No, I agree. I was just doing a comparison between Italian and international students.
Okay. Well, there is a comment actually from the chat live on YouTube, and there is Malvina, that is the currently representative of ISU, I think, yeah, and she's asking actually to you, Valentina, if you can re-explain the bond between Casa and ISU. Maybe she has entered the live later on, so if you can.
Yes. Yeah. No. I said that of course the ISU has also a matter on associations. So there is a relationship between the different so between ISU and between Casa, because there is a relationship. Of course, there is the representative of Casa, and it is the one that matters for the first part, but ISU also used to be part of Casa in the past. So this is the main relationship, and now they are separated, but in the past, I believe that in the past they ISU used to be part of Casa. Okay,
so clear. Well, I'd say if you have question for the other candidate, you can do them now. Like if you want to ask something or to point something out, to debate about a specific team, I don't know. If you want, you can.
May I ask something? I was glad to
say
starting from the thing that you published your program yesterday night, and that's why I didn't understand why. If maybe you wanted to read us before, I found out that there were some inaccuracies. For example, in the point 4.5, you wrote that the deadline credits can be changed, but actually, as we answered in the first question, those parameters are decided by the region Lombardia, not by Bocconi.
Actually, those are points that were written probably in a different way that in the translation, or probably they were, let me say, there are some points that are being rewritten, and those are points that are in our program. But actually, if you can see now, I don't know if they re-put the program now, but they are changing some points also because there were some typos on it.
Yeah,
so probably.
I read the one that you published yesterday night.
Okay, it was not, okay. I think it was yesterday morning, but still, yes.
For example, also the 4.6 and 4.7 that you were mentioning the food vouchers that doesn't exist anymore from like September. Bocconi has deleted it in September 2020.
We actually included the matter of giving the possibility of having more flexibility to use the vouchers that are not called anymore vouchers, and to continue, because they already did it in the past, as you probably remember. And we asked to continue letting the possibility of using a more flexible vouchers of the meals. That probably you don't call it like that. It is just a common way to understand how to call something.
Yeah, I was saying that it doesn't...
Like you have a meal, you call it meal voucher. I don't know if you find a better name, tell me, David.
Yeah, the thing is not the name, but it's that it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, the student... Yes, tell me.
Give money directly. That's why they don't give a food voucher anymore. That was what I was saying.
Actually, the students have the possibility of having the meals at the canteens.
I'm not sure about that. That's why I was saying.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they canceled it in September 2020.
Okay, I don't think so, but I will check if you will be more if you will sleep better tonight.
Thank you. And the last thing is that, you have put that you wanted to buy the printing machines in all the residences. But for example, I'm the representative of this also, and I used to talk with other representatives. And the only the only residence where there is the printer is Blini, where there actually is a York, and the representative is from Tim.
Okay, so I hope also the other residences and the dorms will have the my print, because I think it is very important that all the residences have it. Also because if in this period, if you think about it, you maybe cannot go out because you are quarantined. You just ask to a friend to print something, and they will bring back to you in a minute, because also of this COVID period. But yes, we hope that all the residences and the dorms will achieve the possibility of having the printers, because it is important.
But we already have it.
Yes, probably.
Residence where there isn't.
Okay, I hope they will put it also in Bligny. So.
Okay.
That's our point, to make a common ground for all the residences and to put all the facilities in each residence. I don't see what is wrong about this, David.
No, I haven't said nothing wrong. I said that.
But
yes. It was strange that the only residence that hasn't got it has the representative that is from your list.
Okay, and I don't see any correlation about this. But still, if you want to continue, go ahead. I am pleased to listen to you.
I didn't want it to be arrogant. I just
no, don't worry. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Yes. No. Thank you.
Okay. We have 2 comments from the live chat. One is about the meals, the thing you were talking about before, like Chiara is saying we need to buy the meals, we don't have them anymore. I think she was referring to the vouchers, I don't know.
Probably they took off them in one provisoriamente. I can't remember one word.
Okay. Okay.
Momentarily, because of course we have the COVID emergency, and probably for that, but I'm sure that they will bring them back.
Okay, perfect, thank you. And there is one more comment from Alvina that is saying that ISU is not a matter of association, there is no relationship, and also ISU has never been part of the CASA, neither in the past.
No, the representative of ISU was also the representative of CASA in the past.
Oh, actually, I don't know, but that's what they are saying. So
can I add just one thing? Is that I think that that way that Bocconi gives money to the beneficiary of scholarships I think is better, because they don't have anymore the voucher, but they can use the money that Bocconi gives them to buy food. That's why it's better, because they are more flexible with it.
I agree that more flexibility is always better. And I also agree that maybe students could be given later when the COVID emergency will be stopped, the possibility to have either on the one hand the meal vouchers from the canteen at Bocconi, and on the other hand the possibility of having the money to buy the meals wherever they want.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I think we can start with the questions. It has been really a good debate.
Okay. Can I add just one thing?
Yeah.
Yes, because I didn't do any question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want
No. I don't want to do questions because actually I actually think that BiLab is a good team and I respect them as a team. And I think that in the future, if I or any of our colleague candidate at ISU and also from BiLab and from team side achieves the possibility of being elected, they both as a teams will do a lot together. Also because of complementary programs, which I think could give a lot in the future. So I'm just for collaboration also in this sense, not only with university, but also with BiLab Bocconi.
Yeah, I think the same. Okay. Our power is to work together, not to work alone or...
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Thank you both. I just remind again that the resume of this debate is available on the website EleBocconi2021. And I really thank you again, and good evening, guys.
Thank you so much.
To you and to everyone that is live, and also thank you to the audience that has waited for, is waiting for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye, everyone.
Good evening. Bye.
Good evening.